Do you think the president is an honest man?
Yes.
Is that a no or a yes?
I'm not going to play the game.
No. One question. Please.
Right now.
I just want to know if you think the president is an honest man. It's my one question.
I'll catch you.
Do you think the president is an honest man?
I think it's hard to build the confidence level you need to when there's so much contradiction that's all been recorded. So, you know, they have to be a little bit more careful how they're saying things.
So that poll that Senator Graham referenced.
Kasie, when you're going after Ted Cruz, it looked like a reporter going after like a suspect. Like, like where's the body? Where's the body? I'm not talking. I'm not talking.
Isn't the answer to this pretty simple? Gene's paper has documented 836 lies or misleading statements. That's 4.4 a day. I don't think it's a question anymore.
But it is.
He lied about the Boy Scouts. He lied about the boy. You know, a scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courage kind of beating.
Yeah, but
trustworthy is the first one.
But Ted Cruz, Kasie Hunt, said he was running from. He said he wasn't going to play the game.
Slammed
and
the door. Look at Kasie.
and the shades.
And Rand Paul also.
Oh my gosh,
just wanted to spin his
like the Action News. They're showing a tire ring that they're exposing.
Anybody talk to you off the record? I can't tell you on the record, but off the record, yeah, he's not honest.
Well, look, in fairness to, first of all, Senator Paul, he doesn't always stop. And, there were potentially other questions he was running from. Ted Cruz, I saw 3 separate times in the hallways, and 3 separate times he refused to say anything about it. I mean, look, this is another example of, exactly what we talk about all the time on this show, which is that every time something like this happens, these members of Congress say to themselves privately, not again. And this is the dynamic that they're all having to deal with. I mean, between the president's 33% approval rating and the fact that he keeps doing these things in public, he puts them in a terrible position.
But if you look, though, Kasie, at Ted Cruz specifically, Ted Cruz, Donald Trump used the National Enquirer to accuse Ted Cruz's father of assassinating JFK. He used the National Enquirer to accuse Ted Cruz of having 6 affairs. He used the National Enquirer for these other attacks. He put up tweets saying that Ted Cruz's wife was not attractive, basically. Like, how hard is it for Ted Cruz? I mean, if you accuse my father of assassinating JFK or plotting along with the 9/11 hijackers,
like the truthers,
I'm going to be able to go, yeah, no, he doesn't tell the truth. I think it's kind of extraordinary that Ted Cruz can't answer that question when his own father has been accused of assassinating
And what
JFK.
did he say at the time, by the way? Didn't he call him a sniveling something? There was a wonderful Ted Cruz quote from that moment.
Well, Ted Cruz has a couple problems. One, a lot of the people that support Donald Trump are the same people that support Ted Cruz, and if he pisses them off, it's a problem. And 2, some of Ted Cruz's biggest patrons behind the scenes in the conservative movement have leaned on him really hard to stop criticizing the president, and he's, gone along with that. I mean, he definitely is somebody that, you're right, there was a point where he had no fear of attacking President Trump, but it's shifted dramatically. And I think, look, another dynamic here, too, is we all know that the president watches the news on TV, and a lot of these members, whether it's Ted Cruz or anybody else, they've learned that the quickest way to piss the president off is to be seen on television saying something critical. So even if they're willing to write something critical.
So what's the number? What is the number? It's at 33, and uneducated white males now at 40-some% approval. What is the number, Joe, where the Ted Cruzes of the world feel it's safe enough to come out from under that rock? Is it 7? Is it 23? Is there a number?
I can't speak to them. I can speak to myself. If somebody attacked my father, somebody attacked my wife, I wouldn't, and if my donors told me you can't attack the president, I would tell them to go straight to hell. And I'd say, I'll tell you what, I want you to do 2 things. Number 1, go straight to hell. And number 2, find somebody to primary me. I'm going to beat their ass. And then I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to make your life over the next 6 years a living and breathing hell because you want me to defend a man who attacked my wife's looks and said my father had a part in assassinating John F. Kennedy. Now, a man that won't stand up and do that, A man who is looking at polls to try to figure out, and listening to donors, to figure out whether you defend your wife or your father's memory? That's a guy I just don't understand, Donnie. It's not about poll numbers. It's about character. How could Ted Cruz, of all people, after his wife was attacked and humiliated, and after his father was linked with the most heinous assassination
through the Inquirer
in U.S. history, how could Ted Cruz not answer that? Of course he doesn't tell the truth. He lied about my father.
Spineless.
He lied about my mother. He's lied about me. He's lied about 6 women, made their lives living and breathing hell. He lies all the time. Of course he lies all the time. I'm still going to try to pass legislation if it's good for the people of Texas and America.
Exactly.
But he's